Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What up, though? Welcome to Detroit Sports Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. We got Nick Burton in the chat already. How you doing, Nick? I see we're getting started, and let's get into it. Detroit sports. What can I say? It's been a weekend. Tigers are juggling injuries and call-ups. The Pistons are in a dogfight with Cleveland, and the Lions are gearing up for a massive week with the schedule release coming Thursday. This is Detroit Sports Talk with SJB, presented by the KCB Sports Network. Let's get into it. We start at Comerica Park, or more accurately, the training room, because the Tigers have been hit with another wave of injuries since Friday. Sunday, Kerry Carpenter went on the 10-day IL with a left shoulder sprain after crashing into the wall. Gage Workman was called up and immediately hits his first MLB home run. Tarik Skubal's elbow surgery went smoothly. Early signs point to a return later this season. The Tigers snapped a skid with a 6-3 win Sunday, powered by Workman and Vierling. Justin Verlander threw a simulated game as part of his rehab progression in Toledo. I don't care. I just want us to get there. Until we get there, I'm not making predictions on who I want to play or anything else. This team is fighting through chaos, but Workman's debut bomb was the spark they desperately needed. Which Tigers call-up has the best chance to stick long-term? Workman or someone still in Toledo? I think it's Max Clark. Now with an injury to Kerry Carpenter, we should call him up. What do you think out there? There's my new Tigers hat I picked up over the weekend. It matches that Cooperstown gray jersey I got, the Salute to Service jersey. Had to have something. The orange didn't cut it. We got 18 people watching. Make sure you hit like across the networks. Now on to Pistons news. The Pistons versus Cavaliers, the series lead is 2-1. Steve Bauer, good to see you, brother. I just finished talking about the Kerry Carpenter injury. We called up Gage Workman. He hits a home run in his major league debut. Wolf79, hi, how are you? The Detroit Pistons playoff battle with Cleveland is just tightened up because it's now 2-1. Over to Little Caesars Arena, the Pistons dropped Game 3, 116-109, and Cleveland has officially made this a series. Key updates Friday to today. Cav wins Game 3, led by Donovan Mitchell's 35 and Harden's late-game shot making. Kevin Huerter remains questionable. For Game 4 with an adductor strain, Asar Thompson continues his first postseason leap, giving Detroit a two-way energy. Analysts now calling Detroit a legit Eastern Conference final threat if they gain control. So what's the Pistons' biggest X factor in Game 4? Is it Cade, Osur, or the bench scoring? I think it's a little of everything. Cade can't do it all by himself. We saw that in the first 4 games when we went down 3-1 to Orlando. So if Cade's got to do it all, this team won't succeed. We had 1 game we won out of that. We can't afford to go on a 3-1 skid, or a 1-3 skid, I should say. We have to win this out. And I think, honestly, I kind of like them losing in Cleveland because that means they get to win it back home when they return if they win tomorrow night. So let's see what happens there in Cleveland. So what do you think? Is it Cade? Is it Osur? Or is it the bench scoring? The bench has done better with limited misses. Moonscar Blade, good afternoon, brother. Hope all is well. Work has been keeping me busy lately. It is great to see you here. It is now Detroit Sports Talk with SJB. I started with the Tigers. Kerry Carpenter's on the 10-day IL. They called up Gage Workman. I wish it would have been Max Clark. Had to reply to the girly friend. I agree with the little bit of everything. I don't think any one thing wins it. I think they have to play like the complete team they did over the past 3 games. They lost a close one last night. So let's move on to the Lions news today. We have some roster number updates. Bridgewater is number 5. Dortch is 8. Pacheco is 10. Damone Clark is 11. McCreary is 21. Isian is 27. Bocce is 35. Chuck Clark is 36. Jay Tufele is 57. Cade Mays is 64. McLaughlin is 65. Juice Scruggs is 70. Ben Barch is 78. Larry Borum is 79. Gordon is 82. Ty Conklin, or the tight end, is 83. Peyton Turner is 92. And DJ Wanham is 98. We also have Ennis Rakestraw going to number 2. Meeks went 13. Malik Cunningham went 15. Jackson went 17. Robichaud went 34. Tyler Lacey went 93. Amuzareki went to 95. Miles Adam is 96. And Ahmad Hassanin takes 99. Other than that, we're waiting for the schedule release on Thursday to guarantee who we play in Germany. They announced it's the Giants, but until the schedule release, we don't know. That's the pre-release. That's the rumored opponent we have. I hope it is the Giants. I want to face them in Germany. Now let's get into this defense. The interior defensive line is Talik Williams and Aleem McNeil, coupled by Skyler Gill Howard and Tyree West. In the defensive line room, because they're using Skyler Gill Howard there and Tyree West there, we got Aiden Hutchinson. We got DJ Wanham. We've got a plethora of guys here. Ahmad Hassanin is there. He's 99 there in the back right corner. And Tyler Lacey. The midfield enforcers, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, Damone Clark, Malcolm Rodriguez, Trevor Nowaski, and Joe Bocce. The in-air defenders are Ennis Rakestraw in the back there, Khalil Dorsey, Keith Abney II, Rock Ya-Sin, DJ Reed, and of course, Terrion Arnold. He looks like he'll be back about mid-training camp now. They had a little bit of a setback in his rehab. The last line Guardians are the safety room. Of course, we got Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. We got Avante Maddox, Thomas Harper. Hello, Will Vogel. Good to see you, brother. Glad you popped in. But our safety room is actually pretty full with the additions of Chuck Clark and Christian Izzian. Go with Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, and everybody else. So what do you think about the current defense, the way it's set up? Is it set up for success? God, these subjects went quick. Brad Holmes in the State of the Lions interview, rookie spotlights on Skyler Gill Howard, Blake Miller, and others. Contract year pressure on several starters. Analysts praise Detroit's youthful roster and defensive rebuild. This rookie class is getting real national attention, and Gill Howard might be the early camp darling favorite to make the rotation at the defensive end room and defensive tackle room. So let's zoom out and look at the city as a whole. Momentum meter Pistons trending up, still in control of their playoff destiny. Lions neutral, big week ahead with schedule release. Tigers are down but stabilizing. Workman spark helps injury still piling up. Captain Danny, good to see you, brother. I just hope he can take the field. If he makes it half a season, we'll probably give him one of those prove-it deals for a year. But he has to get on the field. He hasn't been on the field. This is his last shot. It's year 3. I mean, I know he's on the roster for next year, but you know how we usually do. If we plan on keeping somebody, we give them a year early, even if it's a prove-it deal. So how are things going there, Danny? I know that you're a Commanders fan. Any news out of Washington today? It's great to see you. Detroit sports, like I said, it's up for the Pistons, neutral for the Lions, and right now a little bit down with all the injuries that we're sustaining with the Tigers. The call-ups that come up, there was a key play, I think it was the 3rd inning, when Hyun Lee got in the way of Zach Short at shortstop. It should have been charged in air, but they charged it as a single because they charged in together and he cut him off and it went off his glove. A poor playing by the second baseman that was covering that night. McGonigal was playing third. Torque was, of course, at first. We had to do something because Cole Keith was a liability because the other night, Jack Flaherty did not deserve to lose that game. 2 runs were right on that error of Cole Keith. I think there was another error later that gave him another one. So that was 3 of the runs when they came back to beat us 4-3. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to come out Tuesday as originally planned, but Thursday works. It was supposed to be the 12th. They moved it to the 15th. I was ready for it because then we'd have had something to talk about big on Wednesday. But now that it comes out Thursday, we're going to be saving that for next week's roundtable talks for the NFL. But yeah, I'm excited to see who goes where and what and when. It's important. So how was everybody's weekend? My dumbass disabled my touchpad on my laptop because I've been using my mouse. Well, I went to do it on location somewhere else, I know, Will. And I left the mouse at home, so therefore I couldn't do the baseball roundtable talk Saturday night. So instead, I had date night, and it went great. I just got home last night after work. Yesterday was an amazing day at work. No problem, Nick. We're good. But Friday will be our schedule release thing. I might even go live to do the schedule release as it comes out. That'll be awesome. Yeah, well, I'm live. But it's time for my final thoughts with SJB. This season's going to be tumultuous with the Tigers as long as they're going through injuries, trials and tribulations, an inconsistent bullpen. If Flaherty continues to pitch like he did the other day, we should win more games than lose with him. But I'm glad we got the new numbers for the players that we signed and acquired via trade and everything else. That's settled. So now all we're waiting for is the rookies to sign and get their sign numbers. So what did everybody else do this weekend? Because I had a good weekend. Tigers finally got off the skid. They lost the series, but they won the last game versus the Royals. Let's see what their record is now. Right now, the Cleveland Guardians are in first place at 21-21, a perfect 500. Chicago White Sox are at second place with 19-21. They are a full game behind because they haven't played they played 2 games less. We are 19-22, 1.5 games behind, tied with the Royals. So, and the Minnesota Twins are 18-23. So that is your AL Central. Oh, nice. You had a barbecue? Nice, Will. I spent the whole day Saturday hanging out with the girlfriend. And it was good. And then we spent the night together. Then I went to work, sold $2,100 worth of tires. So it was a busy weekend. That was in 5 hours. I didn't go into 1 and we closed at 6. And as always, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat. It is so good to see everybody. Tune in tomorrow as I will keep us updated on the latest Detroit sports news around the three teams that are actually making headlines while the Red Wings are in the dead wing phase of sitting out the playoffs. There's nothing to talk about NHL with the Red Wings because we're doing nothing. We haven't fired Yzerman. We haven't fired our coach. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing, but they need to do something. This has been another episode of Detroit Sports Talk with SJB, and we will see you real soon.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.